Well, welcome to Dick and Chubbs Live. We are not happy.
I'm very upset.
So we're going to jump right in. We're not even going to go around with anything. We're just going to straight to game recap because...
We are not messing around today. This is a very serious episode. I'm very upset.
Breaking news. Giants suck.
Pathetic.
Oh, God. The offense.
Absolutely god-awful pathetic.
So, I thought we were... Honestly... We came out strong. We came out swinging. We were throwing the ball. Scored on our first drive. We stopped them on their first drive.
Yeah, three and... No, I don't know if it was a three and out, but they did punt.
But they did. They punted. We took the ball. We rammed it down their throats. Sterling Shepard scored a touchdown.
Yes.
And
7-0 Giants.
Then from there, we shit our pants.
They went for it on fourth down. With a fake punt and...
That fake punt was the absolute turning point of the game. That and that bullshit horse collar call.
Bullshit. And you know what? The refs were absolutely pathetic. They were probably more pathetic than the New York Football Giants.
I'm not really one for blaming refs, but holy shit.
That was bad. That was a bad officiating game.
I mean, the freaking Saints got every single call. The Giants got a huge third down stop, and they called a pass interference call, which was bullshit. They tripped Snacks when we had the Saints pinned on the 3, and Snacks was going to get a sack safety, and they tripped him, didn't call it.
Yep.
Like, there was just a bunch of bad calls, and the refs didn't even flinch. But if the Giants did something, they didn't hesitate.
Oh, yeah.
It was
even
ridiculous.
if they didn't do anything, they didn't hesitate.
I mean,
bad officiating game.
Alvin Kamara rushed for almost 200 yards, didn't he?
153.
150. All right, so the better half of 200 yards.
134, so I apologize.
134?
134, but 3 touchdowns.
Still the better half, technically speaking.
So if you have him in fantasy, he gave you...
I have him in 2 leagues.
35 points.
He gave me 41 points.
Yes.
Get your math right.
40 points. He absolutely dominated the Giants. And what did we say in episode 2 when we were looking forward to this game?
We have to shut them down. We have to shut down Drew Brees.
Which we 50-50 did.
You know, for a while, especially that first half, you know, what have we been preaching the whole year with the defense? Bend, don't break.
And they were absolutely doing that. The halftime score was 12-7.
Yeah,
4 field goals.
Like, we were only down by not a lot.
5 at the half.
5,
12,
sorry,
yeah.
I can't do math.
12-7 at half.
12-7 it was
with,
at half.
With us getting the ball.
Yeah.
So that's us. That's giving us an opportunity. Hey, let's march down the field, score, which obviously didn't happen because this offense is pathetic.
God, they're just.
I don't know if it's awful. Eli. I don't know if it's the line. Did Eli
get sacked 4 times again, or was it? I think it was 4 times.
But it's not even that. Like he's getting sacked on all-out blitzes.
Line. It was, it was the run game. It was the receivers weren't catching the ball minus Sterling Shepard. Honestly, Eli missed a lot of receivers. He missed a lot of guys when he was throwing the ball.
And that has been happening all season.
And it wasn't even like he was grounding it. And like I know we praised Eli last week because he played a great game. But wow, he followed up that great game with a Dookie in the toilet bowl. Punch bowl. Dookie in a punch bowl.
Yep. He's 4 touchdowns, 1 pick on the season. Some quarterbacks are like, okay, but when you're averaging a touchdown a game with this offense, it's there's no excuses for it. It's absolutely pathetic.
None.
It just makes absolutely no sense to me why Odell Beckham Jr. still hasn't scored a touchdown, as to why he's not even getting looked at in the red zone.
I don't understand that either.
I just don't get this offense. I don't get this team. I don't get the management. I thought we were moving in the right direction with the win in Houston, but it's just this team is just absolutely going downhill and is not looking good. A 1-3 start, and last year if we had a 1-3 start, we were worse last year, but
we would be
4 games out of the division.
Last year.
We would be 4 games out, but we're only 1 game out of the division lead.
You know,
and we play
I
the
think,
Eagles in 2 weeks. There's like 5% chance of hope.
Yeah.
This team, it's mind-boggling. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't know what it is, but it's pissing me off.
I mean, the Saints have the worst defense in the
worst.
NFL.
Absolute 30-second.
The worst
That's the
defense
worst.
in the NFL. And the Giants made them look like a Super Bowl winning defense. They played god awful. They played horrible. The only bright spot on that team so far has been Saquon and Sterling Shepard.
On the offensive side.
On the offensive side, yeah.
Yes.
But
it's the only bright side so far.
You look at Rhett Ellison and whoever our backup wide receiver is. I don't even know who the hell it is.
Russell Shepard.
Shepard too.
Most of these guys, they're just
and Odell. Where's Odell been?
I mean, he's getting the receiving yards.
He's getting the receiving yards.
He's not getting the touchdowns.
Not getting
and that's
in the end zone.
Are you going to look at the stats and say receiving yards over touchdowns? I want points.
We need points.
This team is not producing points.
We stall in the red zone every time, and it's frustrating. It's really that's the best way I could describe it. It's frustrating.
I don't get it.
You know, if you got Aldrich Rosas on your fantasy team, good for you. Because the Giants are great to get into the 30-yard line.
And kick a field goal.
And then kick a field goal. But they're not going to get in the end zone.
You know, Dick, I'm going to ask you, what pissed you off the most?
What pissed me off the most? Our offense. Our offense came out flat. They looked lazy. They looked lethargic. They didn't want to play. And
lack of effort.
God, there was just nothing there. There was nothing there to watch.
And they fooled us because they came out in the opening drive.
Oh my God, they looked so good. You know, the crappiest defense in the NFL. And we scored against them like we should have. And then they just turned up the heat and the Giants didn't make any adjustments. And what's with Pat Shurmur's play calling? It's been so conservative. It's been 2-yard pass, 3-yard pass, 2-yard pass, hit the check down.
I got a question, though. Is that Pat Shurmur or is that Eli Manning?
I think it's a combo of both. You know, but you know, when it's when it's 3rd and 14 and you're hitting your check down who's 5 yards away, you're not going to get the first down.
Preach. It's annoying. And you look at Eli's stats and you sit there and say, okay, he was 31 for 41. All right. That's all right. And that's, in my books, that's a 400-yard day. 31 for 41. 255. That's 31 for 41, 255 and a touchdown. The yardage...
Oh, no, Saquon's
the yardage are not... It's just not there. He's not producing touchdowns. He's averaging 1 touchdown per game. I don't know what it is. This team can't score. And when you give all this talent as to Evan Ingram, who didn't play, Odell Beckham, Sterling Shepard, Saquon, how can't you score?
Saquon. I'm not going to.
I know. I'm just saying, but how can't you score with all this talent? This has to go back on your quarterback. This has to go back on number 10.
I think it does fall. A lot of it falls on Eli because we need to start hitting people downfield. And honestly, I don't think Eli trusts his arm anymore. I don't think Eli trusts throwing the ball past 10 yards, which is bad, which is awful. And we have no one as our backup because we cut Davis Webb. So
Colorado is still hurt. I don't even know what injury he has.
So who are we going to put in? Ryan Tanny? I don't even know if his first name is Ryan.
I don't know either.
For some reason, I feel like it's not Ryan. So let me ask you, what pissed you off?
What pissed me off the most? I had a meltdown, and I'm going to say it's the offense. The offense pissed me off, and the offense pisses everybody off. It's like they're 12-year-olds. It's like we're watching the junior Bengals. It's like we're watching middle school football. They're pathetic. It doesn't make any sense as to, and I keep saying this, as to why they can't put the ball in the end zone.
It doesn't. We're all that talent, and you can't put the ball in the end zone?
They're not even looking at Odell Beckham in the red zone.
No, we've talked about every single time they've missed Odell wide open in the end zone. Now, I don't think there were any instances where he was wide open in the end zone in the Saints game because he was probably double covered, to be honest, because why wouldn't you double cover Odell Beckham Jr.? But, He he's done all right. You know, he's getting the yards like you said, but he's got to find a way to get into the end zone.
Yeah.
You know, Saquon Barkley is coming out and saying, "Don't give up on this team," and they go into Houston and beat the Texans, and we're like, "All right, you know what? You got our attention." Then you come back home and you lay this goose egg. Come on.
Pathetic.
Come on.
In front of the home crowd, you're 0-2 at home. You've gave us nothing to cheer about.
No, you're 1-3.
And I mean, do you let this ride over into next season? Eli Manning has a $19 million cap hit next year.
No, I kind of think, I'm kind of leaning towards this is Eli's last year. And I think, like, week 12...
Are you going to take the $19 million cap hit when you can release him and maybe get another quarterback?
You know, you're gonna have to sign, you know, someone's backup or trade for Teddy Bridgewater, which probably won't happen. Actually, it might happen because the Saints all game were putting that backup quarterback Hill in the game. It was actually pretty good. He's a versatile player. He was playing receiver and making blocks. They were running the RPO with him.
He's good.
He was a good player, you know.
So you know what? Enough with the negative Nancy's. Enough with the negative Nancy's. What did you like?
Our first half defense. You know, they were bending. They didn't break. You know, they stopped the Saints, 3 times in the red zone? 4 times in the red zone? I think it was 4 times in the red zone. Yeah, it was 4 times in the red zone. How many times can I say red zone?
Yeah, you've been saying it a lot.
Yeah, I know, I noticed. But, you know, we stopped them 4 times down there, kept them out of the end zone, and, you know, then I'm not going to get back into the offense, even though we probably will eventually go off again.
You know what I like?
What'd you like?
The Saints uniforms. That's what I like the most. This team gave me absolutely nothing to cheer about after the first drive. Nothing. I like the Saints uniforms the most. They were nice. The all white with the gold.
They were pretty.
They were gorgeous.
Yeah, the
Saints uniforms were the best. That was the best thing I liked all game. That was the best thing I liked all game. Nothing else. The offense gave me one good drive. And it was the opening drive, which we never score on.
Oh, we've done it 2 weeks in a row now.
That's all I liked. Saints uniforms. They gave me absolutely nothing to cheer about.
And, you know,
defense is playing stout in the first half.
Typical New York Giants fashion, they leave it to the very last, 3 minutes of the freaking game. 4 or 5 minutes
to start scoring.
To start doing something. To be like, oh, crap, we're in a football game, let's play. But why is it they always do good in either the very beginning of the first quarter or the very end of the second quarter? Fourth quarter. You know, why can't we watch them do good in the third
whole game.
Second and third quarter?
The whole game.
Why can't we watch them play well the whole game?
Why can't we watch a blowout?
Why do we have to wait for Eli Manning and the rest of the team to get a garbage time touchdown when they've put their 4th string practice squad guy in? To make the game kind of look close.
When was the last time you seen a Giants blowout? I can't recall.
When's the last time you saw the Giants score 30 points?
Tom Coughlin's last game.
Yep.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying. All right, so with that being said, Joe, who would be your player of the game?
My player of the game. I'm gonna have to for the Giants. It's Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, Shepard.
10 receptions, 77 yards, a touchdown,
and a 2-point conversion.
Yes, taking off pressure off Odell's shoulders.
You know,
he's been playing.
Pressure.
He's been having a pretty good series.
Well, you know, he's been filling that spot where Odell's going to get double covered,
and he needs to step up. And he did.
Let's throw it to Sterling Shepard. Once we get Evan Ingram back, whenever that may be, I don't know when that's going to happen. You know, that'll take more pressure off Odell because Evan Ingram is basically a wide receiver playing tight end.
And mind you, we have key injuries.
We have
Evan
big
Ingram,
injuries. We have Olivier Vernon, which when are we getting him back?
Who knows? I'm guessing this week.
We said that last week.
I want to.
I want him back.
Because
I feel like he was
Eli
such
Apple,
a waste of money.
Such a waste. But Eli Apple and him practiced.
Hurt.
They practiced the whole week last week. The limited, they're practicing. They don't want to rush to injury, and I don't blame them.
Olivier Vernon is always hurt.
Always hurt, and it's always something like an ankle, not where it's season ending, but it's more than 3 to 4 weeks, and that's aggravating. And also on that, he takes a $12 million cap hit next year. Do you keep him and Eli, letting him and Eli go? That's big, but that frees up about 33 million cap. 30 to 33 million cap. That's money you can spend.
I don't even know what the free agency market looks like next year.
I don't even know, but it has to be better than these two.
I think the Giants. I think the Giants are in a place where they can't go and develop a quarterback and take 2 to 3 years to do that.
They have absolutely no time to do that.
They don't have any time to do that. They're in a win now state. It seems like.
And Gettleman said Eli still has it. Have you seen that? Absolutely not.
I mean, we saw it a little bit in the Houston game.
From your franchise quarterback, you're seeing it a little bit?
I mean, that's not good.
I'm going to have to disagree with you on that. I've not seen it.
Yeah.
Houston game, he had a great game. Then you come out and you have... I don't even want to say he had a bad game because his stats prove otherwise, but he just... Some plays where they just dump down.
I mean,
I swear to God, if I'm any other team,
he is getting those garbage time touchdowns.
Exactly.
Those garbage time or those
yards and completions,
receptions. The check downs and the 3-yard outs and all that crap that no one.
What's your player of the game?
Alvin Kamara. I mean, he ran all over us. He scored touchdowns. He made receptions. Carries. He made big plays. 19 carries.
134 yards, 3 touchdowns.
He deserves my player of the game, and I'm giving it to Kamara.
Will he be getting?
Also, there's potential he's going to help me win my fantasy football game tonight.
Is he going to be getting a basket at the Saints practice facility?
No, he's going to be getting a big crap in a bag, a brown paper bag. Actually, no. If he wins my game, he will get a muffin basket.
Right.
Homemade muffins, of course.
Homemade.
Yeah.
Mama's best.
Acting like I wouldn't do anything less. It's frustrating. The game happened. It's time to move on to the next week's game, which is against...
Wait, we forgot the dig of the game.
Oh, we did forget dig of the game.
That's huge. We cannot forget the dig of the game.
Dig of the game. All right,
Let me start this.
Joseph... Give me the mic. Your dick of the game?
My dick of the game is the refs. You play like the Big Ten officials in college football. You're absolutely pathetic. That black referee had something out for us. He wanted us dead. Every huddle that the refs got into, he was in the middle of that huddle, and he was telling them throw the flag on the New York Football Giants. That guy is a douchebag. He absolutely deserves to get fired, and he sucks at his job. I think it was official 41 from last night's game. He's shit. Horseshit. He's horrible. He's a piece of shit, and he does not deserve to be efficient reffing NFL games. Absolutely horrible. Costed us yards.
You know what I read?
And we're the most penalized team in the league. So
I read. Are we?
Top 5, I think. Yeah.
Holy crap. I read that the ref said to one of the Giants players after they called him out on a bullshit call, he said, I'll call it better in the Super Bowl. I hope the NFL suspends that entire group. I hope someone comes down on them for that crappy game. Yeah.
Where'd you read that?
I read that on the Giants 24/7 page.
I didn't hear that. That is horrible.
I hope he doesn't get another NFL football game, let alone the Super Bowl. I wouldn't wish that reffing group on my own worst enemy.
I hope he stubs his big toe.
Oh my God!
Is that your dick of the game?
I hope he takes.
We're gonna have to agree on this one.
Yeah, that's my dick of the game.
We're gonna have to agree.
Is the refs, because honestly, I'm not a ref blamer, but the refs sucked.
Well, now drum roll, please. We head into week 5.
Week 5.
Fox. The best channel. 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time against the Carolina Panthers. Again,
are we in Carolina?
Yes, we are, because we don't have a back-to-back home game this season, which I believe is horseshit.
That's annoying.
You, Roger Goodell, and I hope you don't bleep that out.
No, I'm gonna bleep that out.
Okay, but we don't have a back-to-back home game. This is on the road in Carolina. Cam Newton, Christian McCaffrey, and Carolina Panthers take on Eli Manning and Odell Beckham Jr. and the New York Football Giants.
What's their record?
2-1.
2-1. Oh, they had a bye last week.
Yeah, they had a bye this week. Yeah.
I mean, They're good.
They beat...
Like,
who did they beat?
Straight up. They beat
the Falcons?
Cowboys.
Cowboys and Falcons?
I think so. And then they lost to the Bucks, right? I think they lost to the Bucks.
Oh, they beat the... Oh, no, they lost to the Falcons. They beat the Cowboys and lost to the Falcons, beat the Bengals. So they got some pretty good wins.
Honestly, dude,
Bengals and Cowboys,
I don't even see this game being a win for the Giants.
You don't?
No, because freaking, that offense, they have a good offensive line.
They have a great defense, too.
They have a good offensive line. They have McCaffrey in the backfield. They've got wide receivers that can catch the ball. Plus, Cam Newton is Cam Newton. He's probably one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Probably going to kill us with the read option.
He's probably going to kill us, and I'm not looking forward to this game at all. And it's in Carolina. Expect an L, folks. That's all I could say. The defense can only do so much. They can only hold on for so long, but when the offense doesn't have their backs and the offense doesn't produce like they haven't been,
they can only do so much.
They can only do so much. I don't blame that loss against the Saints on the defense. Not one bit. They did their job. The offense didn't. No one on that offense did their job.
So in order for the Giants to get a victory, what are your keys to the game? Keys to victory?
Kill Cam Newton.
Kill him. Okay.
Honestly,
obviously you got to contain.
Get Olivier running back and
contain Cam Newton.
And keep someone on Christian McCaffrey 24/7 because he's one of those guys that'll get a quick out from the backfield and take it 90 yards.
Yep.
He's one of those white boys that just can fly. And he's a good running back, and they've got. Is Greg Olsen got hurt, right?
Yeah, he's on the IR.
Yeah, Greg Olsen got hurt, so tight end's not really a problem, but they still have some decent wide receivers, don't they?
Yeah, Devin Funches, Michigan boy.
They have some alright wide receivers that can catch the ball,
but nobody that's really going to sit there and make a play. That's why you have to contain.
You have to stop Cam. You have to keep Cam Newton. Force Cam Newton to throw the ball.
Yeah,
how about that?
Not run.
Force Cam Newton to throw the ball.
Load the box on McCaffrey. That's pretty much it.
That's all you can really do.
We're going to have to agree on this one.
The defense, their defense is good.
Oh, wait. And an offensive key. Score. Do something. Score.
Hold the ball. Do something.
We don't even really turn over. Oh, that turnover killed us last week.
That fourth quarter one?
That fumble.
Oh, from Gallman.
What a douchebag.
I mean...
Why is he in? Really... He had a first down play, and I said, "Oh, good job." And then the next play, he fumbles. We're not a team that really turns over the ball. Eli has one pick, and that was the pick six in week 1.
I think he has 2 lost fumbles though. I think.
I don't.
I know he has at least 1. I think there's a second one in there somewhere.
Yeah, maybe, but we don't turn over the ball. We just can't. Our punter. You want to know why his hamstring was hurting? He punts more than 10 times a game.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
He punts a ridiculous amount, and it's actually kind of funny to watch because you could tell he's just like, damn it,
exhausted.
I got to do this again.
He's exhausted. What are your key matchups
this
in week 5?
I don't know. Freaking Odell again against whoever their cornerback is. I don't even know who the hell their cornerback is.
I really don't either.
I'm going to have to go and say no-name guys.
Snacks and Ogletree against Christian McCaffrey. We're a team that can contain the run. Good.
We can. Our defense is not the problem. Our defense does their job. Didn't you say Eli had more passing yards than Drew Brees?
Yes.
Mr. 500 yards per game, Drew Brees. The defense kept him under 255 yards under that because Eli had 255.
And Drew Brees had like 211, I want to say.
All right, Mr. 500 yards a game, and they kept him under. For the first half, the Giants kept Alvin Kamara quiet too.
But you can only
all the key matchups are on offense. It's Saquon Barkley against their D-line. It's Odell against their cornerbacks and safeties. It's Shepard against their cornerbacks and safeties. It's Red Ellison against their linebackers. It's Eli Manning throwing the ball more than 10 yards.
That's very true. This dump-off bullshit has to go.
God, those checkdowns.
And I want to say for the coaches report,
checkdowns gotta stop.
Our coaches report, I'm gonna have to go with Pat Shurmur has to step the fuck up. He needs to not get out coached.
This conservative play calling has to stop.
It needs to stop.
Got to stop.
He needs to call a good game.
It's got to stop. You know, when it's
play calling has to get better.
When it's 3rd and 15, don't run a draw. You know, don't run a power. Throw the ball to who? Odell Beckham, because he can jump higher than anyone. Just throw it up. He'll probably come down with it.
That's one thing I haven't
seen him do that.
I haven't seen a long play to Odell this year.
Have you seen a long play yet? I saw Eli throw the ball more than 20 yards once, and that was in the first game, and he missed Odell in the end zone. He overthrew him.
Yeah, you're very true. Yeah.
That's the only time I've seen Eli throw them more than 20 yards. It's the only time I can recall.
Shurmur has to give. Yeah, he has to give his better play calls, and he has to not. I don't want to say call a game. He has to come into the week prepared. He needs to not get out coached. He's been getting out coached.
He got out coached against Doug Marrone. I don't believe. Actually, yeah, he got out coached
against Jason Garrett. Yeah, 110%. Then he shit on Bill O'Brien.
And then but hang on. Here's my thing about Sean Payton. Sean Payton has cojones the size of basketballs.
Yes. His balls are huge.
I was saying to myself in the game, you know, be careful. Sean Payton's got balls the size of basketballs. Be careful, he's got balls. And what do? They go for the fake punt.
And get it.
And they get it.
We would never do that.
And they get it. And you know, it's frustrating. You know, Sean Payton's not afraid to go for it and do what needs to be done to get the win. And I feel like Pat Shurmur's not there yet.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen?
You know, I don't want to shit on a first-year guy because I like Shurmur.
Yeah.
But, man, this conservative bullshit's got to stop.
Yeah.
And, you know, Saquon Barkley, between all the catches and throws, touches the ball, what? Almost 30 times a game, probably? 25?
He's getting a lot of work.
You know, can we please spread the ball before we wear Saquon down into, like, you know, half a hamstring?
Dust.
Because right now, the rate he's going, it's going to happen. And we're going to have Saquon for 2, maybe 3 years. And then he's broken.
Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We are now in the best topic, what do you want to say, segment of the day.
We can't even say why we hate Eric Flowers because he didn't play.
This is the segment, Why We Hate Eric Flowers. And this is brought to you by...
It's got to be, why do we hate
Chubbs.
the Giants' offense?
We've talked about enough about the Giants. Let me say something about Eric Flowers right now.
We hate Eric Flowers, but the fact of the matter is, he's out of the game, and we're still
But I still seen him on camera, standing next to Eli. Why are you standing next to my quarterback?
Don't talk to him. Don't talk to him. Your assness is rubbing off on Eli Manning.
Exactly. Stop standing next to Eli. You're making him ass. Go somewhere. Go next to the punter or something. You suck. You shouldn't have a job. I don't know why. What is his cap penalty? Because whatever hit he's taking, why don't you just cut him and you'll free up some cap to sign somebody? Because this guy, Eric Flowers, was eating seeds on the sideline. You got balls to be eating seeds on the sideline.
I noticed that.
Are you kidding me?
You know what's funny? He's probably happy he's on the sideline because he's probably like, you know
that
what?
Lazy bastard.
These motherfuckers can't blame me for us losing no more.
That's very true, but I still hate him. Why did they put the camera on him?
You know, stick his ass.
Technically, they didn't put the camera on him. He was just near Eli.
But, you know,
get away from Eli.
Don't touch him. Don't you touch him.
You put enough abuse on him already. He's hurt. He doesn't even want to look downfield because he's too worried about a lineman coming at him. He's petrified.
Oh, God. All right. Well, just expect next week to be a shit show. All right?
I'm very upset. I had a meltdown.
I'm already expecting a shit show. And unfortunately, me and you have to watch the games because we have to talk about them.
Yeah. So we can't miss a second.
So we can't miss the games. And what's even funnier is we don't even watch the games together, but we're in constant contact the whole time.
We should watch this game together. I say, why not?
No, it's going to be a shit show. We're just going to be screaming at the TV the whole time. You're going to take your shirt off again, and it's just going to get weird.
I always do.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
We're done with episode 3.
Yeah, we're done with episode 3. Hopefully,
Here's flying.
Hopefully, at the slim off chance we come back next week.
Happy? Let's just hand out muffins next week if we win.
All right, this is the Dick and Chubbs promise. If you're one of our subscribers and the Giants win, everyone's getting a muffin.
We're handing out muffins.
And we're going to hand out, me and Joe will make muffins and hand them out.
110%.
Because
this is happening.
We don't do anything less. We don't get store-bought muffins. We make muffins.
Mama's homemade muffins.
I mean, it's probably going to be out of a box.
We said that at the same time.
Still homemade muffins.
We got to log out. We just said that at the same time. Boom, drop the mic. It's over.
Right. So if the Giants win, everyone gets a muffin. All right?
Mamba out.
Love y'all.